around Wraith King having a map to play into and a jungle to play into. And Beastmaster as an offlane, especially with Snapfire as your supporting cast for the TNC, this Beastmaster should have a free time if it is the offlane Beast. And I think that's a lot of tempo they're going to bring out in their draft, and it unlocks the Void game as well. Like, we don't see an Accelerant right now. Solar Crest on Ench, and Beastmaster in a Beast, and this Void's going to start slapping.
Jeez. Not a lot of guys are running that Beastmaster except for Nigma, so that's always scary when only one team's really rolling with a hero. They know what they're doing.
So, it should crush Bak on
for
GH.
Yeah, Bak is quite low. GH, he's going to find him. There's a concussive shot, Arcane Bolt to follow. A couple more right clicks will suffice. He's already popped a Fairy Fire, and it looks like one more. And GH added again. I mean, look, he already has a crown. He's building Atos pretty much straight up. That is very cool to see.
Oh, all right, that was barely a kill, but it was.
Bak. All right, maybe he shouldn't have come down here, I guess. Tim's is doing just fine, though. Somehow. I mean, the base region on Nyx, I don't think they've changed that. Yeah, 4.9 right now.
Leave my lane, go jungle. The other bot lane.
Well, if it's flipped, it's bot, right? As Wraith Fire Blast, he's going to try to position himself so he takes a little bit less damage thanks to that passive, but TNC gets the better of him here. ILTW and GH teaming up on Bak again. This will be such a big kill. It looks like they're going to at least find one from TNC side. But again, Bak drops, and he is struggles. I mean, he has 27 last hits, which looks good, but a lot of those are jungle. TP support with the cookie. Oh my god, that was, the creep was looking the wrong way. That is very unfortunate. And the actually get the kill. Miracle. Oh no. TNC, Boomy will get the trade at least, and GH, yeah, the Arcane Bolt will net himself the kill. He's turning into a carry himself right now.
Oh boy,
nice transition from Tim's, punishing that.
Wait, what is it, Skywrath's base move speed? Is it 325?
Yeah, it's one of the fastest. Here comes ILTW with a double Chronosphere. GH is not level 6 yet, but they probably have enough damage, especially with that bash from ILTW. Tim's still level 5. I mean, he's pretty tanky as this Nyx assassin. Now Bak waddling his way over. Not really able to provide too much damage, though. Mystic Flare to come out again with the tomato trying to block. So Kuroki from the grave still doing nice micro work.
Considered it's the Chrono, right?
And we're going to see the roar here. Kuroki and GH are on the other side. What? Cookie onto the high ground, but there's the Mystic Flare to stop any more action coming from that Snapfire. Meanwhile, bottom lane, ILTW takes a tumble. And Viper Strike was definitely used for that.
Oh, he's going to get jumped here.
Yep. Solo coil, though, into the Snapfire ult. He's going to try to reposition himself, but ends up getting the break on the coil. And nice silence from Armel should ensure that they'll be able to get this kill. Although no, Miracle is still staying alive. He gets the roar off onto Armel. And the right click from Bak, will that be enough? A nice Chronosphere onto 2. They're going to be able to get Armel as well as potentially another kill onto Boomy. Nice rotation from ILTW. I cannot believe Miracle has lived through this. And now Viper completely surrounded. No kill for Miracle that time, but he does survive, and they get a bunch of kills. Mystic Flare, Atos being shown, and yeah. GH is very scary despite not having boost right now. Mind Control. Trying to chase Bak here. Bak only level 8 right now, but like we said, has kind of stabilized. Could have been a lot worse, but the Mars Arena comes out just in range, and the spear, yeah, another cookie, not enough, sadly, into the wrong direction. So Nigma, ILTW does have the Chronosphere available, but looks like Kuroki is going to get picked up to start this fight. Mystic Flare, though, to try to counteract this. Looks like they'll get a trade for the Nyx Assassin, but the Chronosphere only onto one hero. But it is the Wraith King, and he does not have mana right now. If they can find a little bit more damage, they can take him out. But Bak, in the meantime, gets his Viper Strike off just before dying. So it's a 2 for 3 if you don't include that ult from the Wraith King. Does have enough mana, pops that wand, and now he's at full HP. So ILTW might have to question his decision here. The Snapfire Cookie as well. Triple kill for Armel, making a great comeback in this fight. Despite the Aghanims being online for Miracle, the longer these fights go, the more damage he does. Look at these axes. Do they have enough to actually take him out? He finally gets the kill, but an ultra kill for Armel. The one hero they can't kill is Puck, and he's going ham right now.
Fortunately for GH, there's still a boar, or Armel would get the rampage here, but GH should be able to find his escape. Just now got mana for the TP. And he's getting out. Yeah. Good fight
now.
for
Tim's is going to try to set up a kill. Bak with that Viper Strike should be enough to kill Kuroki. The coil expended as well. You're right. The hood looks like it might be enough to survive potentially. They're actually going to use a Snapfire ult as well. Definitely not needed. But on the other side, they find the Wraith King despite the scan. And knowing that they were there, wasn't able to get out. So that's going to delay the Radiance. And that is a huge kill. Inside the arena, Mystic Flare finishes him off. And Kuroki actually gets the last hit technically. Snapfire tries to cookie out. Boomy should be okay. It just feels like TNC are just on the back foot right now. Mind Control and company are just keeping the pressure on. Spear doesn't look like he'll be able to find anything else here, although GH gets caught out. So Armel's really made a nice comeback, especially after the last fight getting the ultra kill.
GH was really uncharacteristically out of position there.
All right, Coil on the tankiest hero in the game right now, but he is surrounded, so KuroKy will fall. The TNC getting a little bit of momentum on their side perhaps in the game, but Mind Control is going to find the potential pick with the Mystic Flare combination. Gabby, that's his first life. Remember, he does have ratings. We'll see how much Armel and company can do here. Roar expended onto the Wraith King. If they can get this kill, this is enormous. Chronosphere only on a 1, but it's the Nyx Assassin. Snapfire out to follow. They're doing quite a bit of damage. They lose the Mars, buyback onto GH as well. Can Void get out of here is the question. ILTW cannot get to the high ground, has to pop his BKB, stand his ground, but there's no ground to stand on anymore. He drops. And this fight for TNC going very well despite losing the Wraith King. Now the next hero on the list is the Beastmaster Miracle, who drops. Bach is just doing work right now. KuroKy not doing that much damage because everybody's so close to him. The Snapfire Cookie's not going to save anybody, so they do find the Viper in the end. GH misses the Atos, hits one of those annoying skeletons at KuroKy with a double kill randomly. That was a strange fight, but TNC obviously came out. Finds the initiation. Looks like they'll be able to get the Snapfire in quick succession. So now that turns into a 5v4, no buyback for him. And that's one pretty big ult to try to contest Roche that they won't have. As you're seeing the power of this vision of all the Hawks.
Choose to give it to Void, you gotta think that there's something to it, right?
Yeah, Tim's attempting to TP out in the midst. No bash. All right, but there is a roar. And it looks like Boomy will find his way to the grave again. And Armel trying to do his best to push out these other lanes to force out some TPs, and he'll be successful with ILTW being. He gets the initiation off onto the Wraith King. We've talked about this again, how they probably shouldn't be using all this onto him, but it's not that much expended really. They still have Mars ult. Gabby pops the BKB though. See if Team Nigma wants to reset. There's the initiation from ILTW onto 2. Nyx Assassin, they see him. That's the newly picked up Agnum Scepter, but the Mystic Flare is just way too much damage. Bop picks up pops his newly picked up BKB as well, but that's a double kill for ILTW. Look at the patience. Beautiful Mars ult. Armel gets off the phase shift. Illusory Orb to follow. Looks like he will be able to get out. And a coil to help finish off that pesky Mars as well. So now it turns into a 3 versus 4 in favor of Team Nigma still. I love the patience though for Mind Control, but not able to find that kill on Puck.
Yeah, that was really good. They were lacking just a little bit of 3 seconds on his own.
Yeah, it's very close. Oh dear. He does have shards, so the mana burn doesn't really matter anymore for those purposes at least.
He was not expecting that they stuck around there.
Yeah.
Oof, that feels so bad.
Doesn't have the reverse time walk anymore. It might be in a precarious spot. They're just gonna blow him up. Should have reverse time walked Cinderin.
He just lost his Aegis to the timer.
Yeah. Well, that went off like 5, that was a decent amount of time before that, and he still went in. But KuroKy getting chased now, of course, extremely tanky, as Marzal just going to be used to zone.
You gotta wonder if he even knows.
Gets a D-Ward, but it might cost him his life. Mystic Flare, Spear, not the greatest layering, but it's more than enough. They come next to you as bottom lane. Another pick onto Nyx Assassin. So this Agnum Scepter really, I mean, hasn't been that many fights, but hasn't paid off yet, that's for sure.
I'm not really sold on that item on Nyx in general.
The roar come out from Miracle. And it seems to be that Boomy has just found his way on the other side of this so many times now. Looks like they still want to fight. He's going to buy back into the game. KuroKy looks like he falls right away. Mind Control's going to pop the BKB, gets that Mars ult off, but Bach's just going to walk out of his own accord. ILTW looks like he is just resetting completely. Coil onto 1. Tim's, he's in his form right now in the burrow. Chronosphere onto a couple of heroes, including that Nyx Assassin. The Mystic Flare, like we talked about, it's just not enough damage mitigation for him. He's going to buy back into the game, though. This is now a 4v5, technically speaking, as the cheese is popping ILTW. Do they have the damage to finish him off? Looks like they do not. Wait, there's the Armel coming with the burst damage. That is enough. No buyback for ILTW. TNC, they get the kills that did require buybacks, but now Roche is up. This is a big deal.
That's a dieback from Kuro.
Fresher shard, which
soak damage. They stun the Ench, they nether toxin, they get
I hear another roar. Oh man, the Mystic Flare. That is actually just enough.
1k gold.
That. Wow. Goodness gracious. Yeah, the Ancient Seal obviously amplifying even more damage. That's
all right.
All right, Atos. Cookie's going to try to save the Wraith King here. Does have the Aegis, so has many lives as long as they can wait out the cooldown here.
Miracle needs to be a little bit careful how he throws his axes when he's playing against Spike Carapace. Like, he can get stunned at any given point and counter going on.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, Mars Arena, but there's the BKB. How did he get stunned if he has BKB'd? What was that? Is that
missed a roar.
Did he get? I thought he roared right before that.
Did you not hear the roar?
No, I didn't.
I guess it doesn't have a sound effect, so that does make sense.
I didn't even see the animation. All right, Box is going to BKB TP out. And again, Snapfire is going to be the sacrificial lamb for TNC, but that's worked out pretty well for them already. He's going to put down a sentry, so he knows what's coming, but the Force Staff just in time. Armel gets the Yules off, but not going to follow it up with anything, it looks like.
That was a really scary position for TNC. I think backing out's a good call. So damn good right now.
That's true.
So.
And Gabby's actually holding the refresher shard, so probably will pop that in for his BKB when he uses it. Yep. Gabby's going to initiate with that nullifier. Looks like it's going to be used against the Aeon Disc, and GH is just dead at the beginning of the fight. Coil onto Miracle is the buyback onto GH. Now there's the roar. Again, it's on the Wraith King. Oh, nice impale from afar thanks to that Aghanim Scepter on Nyx Assassin. And it looks like that is going to be the fight for TNC big time, despite the buyback coming out. But GH, can he get this kill? He will! He does get Armel in the end, despite being completely outnumbered. Now, keep in mind that buybacks are still there for Nigma. If they want to use these to try to turn things around, ILTW not able to get much off here as Gabby will actually pop the refresher shard to be able to get his ult back, as there's a double buyback. They're TPing into the shrine as well, but looks like GX takes a tumble already with that nullifier usage. ILTW going ham with the Aghanim Scepter onto Boom right now. They're trying to kite Gabby as much as possible, but these spider legs are coming into handy big time. It's 2 buybacks now for TNC. There's a nullifier again onto ILTW, who has absolutely no mana whatsoever. Trying to get slow onto Gabby, trying to kite this guy. Just one-shots that boar. Now Kuroki, very tanky on the run. It's still 5 versus 3 despite all these buybacks coming in. A couple right clicks will suffice, and it looks like Kuroki finds his way to the grave. They do get the Snapfire though.
Was that that was the refresher shard used by Wraith King, right?
King, yeah.
Oh, that was so good. He used it to refresh his blink. Like,
but there's a spike carapace. This might set things up. There's the coil. Looks like he's going to stay on the outskirts of this. Pops the BKB. The nullifier's already applied, and it looks like the right-click damage will be more than enough. And this is a dieback onto Miracle. TNC turning this game around. Roshan in 35 seconds. See what buildings they can get. I mean, this is a full 2 minutes without the strongest hero on your team.
They're feeling really ballsy.
We have the Mystic Flare applied. There's the nullifier onto ILTW, who jumps in, pops the BKB. Chronosphere onto 3 heroes. This is only going to be the first life for Wraith King. And now Nigma have to reset, but it's still 5 versus 4. And Viper continuing to apply pressure to this tier 4 tower. Looks like TNC are going to respect Nigma, and with that 45-second window, we'll try to get Roshan, I assume.
I think they can re-go when Wraith King ulti is up. I think they're just waiting for that.
Yeah, that's true. All right, still 37 seconds. They're going to get this tier 4 tower.
Siege engine.
Yeah, this shard is insane for these purposes. Exactly. ILTW, reverse time walk. Tim's, look at his positioning. They cannot get to him whatsoever. The chrono's down. Just trying to be as annoying as possible. I mean, this is buying time for Miracle to come back in 20 seconds. ILTW continue to be an annoying presence. Gabby just has so many lives, it feels like, as there's a spear into the Ancient, but the damage is still being applied. Gabby is just focusing on the Ancient completely. Mars ult comes out. He's just going to spider legs and right-click it down, and TNC takes game 1. My goodness.
What do you mean you don't care? Why wouldn't you care?
Thank you, everyone, for watching this beautiful panel. There is your draft as it lay ahead of you. But the question remains, who will become the ultimate Dota 2 team? Lizard, if you could quickly, who do you think will take it?
I have no idea what hero is, what position on the side of TNC. And I haven't been sold by the Magnus Carry. So if it is the Magnus Carry, I'm definitely going with Nigma this time around.
All right.
Nigma.
All right. Any explanation?
Just Nigma.
Yeah, just Nigma.
Okay.
No, I'd like some explanation. I think Miracle Invoker undefeated, very active, and the skirmishing desires of TNC is completely dismantled by a very well executed Invoker playing around the Tornado and the AMP.
Viper might be problematic a bit.
That's true, but also Invoker is a pretty high regen hero, so if it isn't
very well.
The Bramble, nice rotation from GH. This is going to be an early first blood for Nigma. They're going to try to give it to ILTW, and they will be successful. So, first blood for the Bear Man.
So they're trying. Yeah, it'll be a similar build, I think. I will say though that I don't think Carry Magnus fares particularly well against Ursa.
Oh, mind control.
All right.
That's a lot of damage with that impetus, and the skewer will finish him off, but they do get the Pango before then.
Yeah. Good trade for 2v3, I think.
Oh yeah.
At the same time,
GH and Boomy having a right-click battle for the ages. Is this a little creepy, not really fast enough to catch up? Armel, in the meantime, 2 versus 1, gets to split Earth off, but looks like he's just going to go down to Miracle's right-click. Yep, just in time. And just enough damage is now Miracle getting back into this game again as Boomy Being chased by GH in the meantime. Has the high ground advantage with that Fairy Fire, pops it. But the Thunder Strike will end up netting the kill. It's going to be another trade. So trade after trade after trade, it feels like. Miracle does get that rune top now.
That's a
Skewer
good
back into the tier 1. Mind Control. I'm not sure if he wanted to spear Gabby instead, but found Boomy. And now Mind Control onto that tower will be taken down pretty quickly. Now GH only level 2. I don't think Gabby and Boomy have enough in the tank. So has the combo that he really needs. Going to get the Curse Crown, Bramble as well with the Tornado setting everything up. Leshrac taking so much damage. Can they get the kill though is the question. The Shadow Realm is indeed enough. The Impetus, oh, the smoke disjoints it. I'm not sure if it missed in the meantime, but either way, the smoke putting to good use for GH. In the meantime, Swashbuckle on the side, Kuroki getting chased by Tims. Now that Orb of Venom coming in handy, Cinderman. Double kill for GH though. Does he get the Enchantress kill as well? Roshan, will he? No, he's not interested in fighting today.
I think Kuro actually blocked off Roche.
With kinetic field.
Yeah. He meant to block off the Pango, but he placed it in front of Roshan, so he couldn't reach the area they have.
Oh my, Viper Strike. ILTW is in a lot of trouble, and they're going to take him out thanks to this TP support from TNC, and Kuroki's left all alone. But, I mean, looking at the net worth overall, Magnus, I mean, it's not really that big of a surprise. Empowering yourself, you're going to be able to farm a lot faster than pretty much anybody on the map. But other than that, it feels like the mid lane is the big story here, as Miracle is 600 ahead as Armel.
He's actually going to die.
Might be dying again. Shadow Realm is set up. Tornado to follow. Is that enough damage? Indeed. There's TP from Mars in the first arena of the game, and they do take out the Disruptor easily, but Mind Control gets the bigger kill on the position 3 Viper. We have a spear into a tree. Mind Control pretty much out of mana at this stage, but Boomy looks like he's taken out with that Rebuke pretty easily. Armel in the meantime, I mean, that Pulse Nova is no joke. And we've seen the Leshrac's rotation pretty early with the Diabolic Edict. We'll see if they can turn this into a tier 1 tower. But Miracle is here now in terms of trying to gank these heroes. And looks like they're going to apply their pressure to Pangolier. Does have his ult, but not really able to get it off here. In the meantime, Armel doesn't really have any mana to work with, but the right clicks will suffice as GH is the trade again. Just feels like Nigma are getting the better trades at some point. Miracle gets a Tornado EMP combo with that spear setup, and that is a very, very fast kill onto Boomy. But here's the Mars ult. Tims with that Rolling Thunder. They can get Miracle. He actually goes to the low ground as a result of that, but they'll find the kill regardless.
It didn't matter.
So it didn't matter as Cinder is being excited for absolutely no reason. And now the question is, can TNC continue on here?
No.
Okay, thank you. Well, RP is available, but obviously no Blink Dagger yet. Any other exclamations you want to make, Cinder?
No.
What a last hit. Ooh, glimpse into the spear. Sunstrike to follow. Kinetic Field, Static Storm combination is there, but Mind Control trying to walk away as the damage from Leshrac is so much, but the Lesh drops and the trade is for the Disruptor. So Gabby and Bach trying to team up to take out GH. It looks like they'll be successful at that at the very least. And now that their whole team is here, whoa! An RP onto nothing. I don't think Nigma saw that, but that is...
that was a great defense for him.
That's the only defense. I mean, what else is there? Oh my. GH, is this actually going to be enough? He solo kills him with the help of the Sunstrike from Miracle. GH is doing so much work right now. We talked about how Leshrac can get back into the game despite having kind of a meh start. But if he keeps dying, that's not really ever going to happen. And now this tier 1 tower not able to be denied, and ILTW gets credit for that. Pops the Enrage, of course, still has the Aegis, and Bach in the wrong place at the wrong time. And Nigma, I mean, it's not that much of a net worth lead, but it feels like they're in pretty decent control. It's something. He just wanted a little assist there, but there's, see the glimpse again, Static Storm, Mars ult to follow, and my God, they can just kill him without even having to commit their bodies at all. And that is the position 1 Magnus, keep in mind. GH dodges the swashbuckle. Tim's able to get the kill regardless, though. And again, these 1-for-1 trades, Nigma are getting the core heroes, typically, and they're just giving up really well. We're going to see another glimpse, and they're just going to work. Kuroki's setting up so much with this glimpse.
Disruptor is one of the most satisfying supports to play in the game when you're ahead.
Again, the vision from Miracle sets this up to start with. Spirit Vessel applied. Up the RP, Gabby finds Miracle. This will be a pretty big kill. Looks like they're going to get it. And Boomy has come to play as well. The glimpse not really going to have much of an effect, and now the Static Storm has to be used for Kuroki to try to get out defensively, but it's not going to be successful. So a 2-for-0, despite having the vision advantage there. Nigma coming out on the losing end of this fight. That's a double kill for Gabby as Mind Control ends up dropping.
I would love if we could see a replay of that. So basically what happens is that they drop their spells.
Dodging the spear, but there's a Static Storm combo to find him. And yeah, it doesn't really matter. Although the Viper Strike to try to counteract this.
This is a dead
no
bear.
Aegis or anything. Yeah, the bear looks quite dead, so it'll be position 2 for position 1. And I think TNC will definitely take that.
Yeah, I mean, their Leshrac has been dying for literally everyone in this game so far. So
Quite a few heroes here to help out, but a lot of damage being applied now with the Sunstrike coming through. Again, not that much. And the Fear, the Terrorize, the Glimpse back. They're just repositioning these heroes left, right, and center. Gabby just outside the kinetic field, just skewering to safety. But despite all the spells used, nobody has died yet. And the Spear back onto Tim's. Looks like Mind Control might be the sacrifice.
Good brambles, though.
No, well, meantime, Armel finds a little goodie in the form of GH, and Mind Control will be next. So much needed for Armel to at least be in XP range, because he's kind of struggle city right now.
I think it's very understandable that Nigma's Glim.
Oh boy. Yeah, Spear, Static Storm, they're using everything to kill this Lesh, who's, you know, not doing super great this game, but at the same time, is still a hero you have to respect.
And in all fairness, he had been alive for like a minute, so it was time again.
Pretty much not situational at all. It's always good. All right, Force Staff, dodging that Sunstrike.
Oh.
Yeah, but GH was getting chased for the time being, but this Cold Snap is quite annoying to deal with for Gabby, who I think he does have his BKB now. Yeah, it's at the full 9 seconds. He's going to be spotting this and blinks out just as the sentry is placed and uses his ult immediately. Fair enough.
Yeah.
You don't want to get glimpsed, that's for sure.
Right. I mean, he could have tried to swashbuckle first, and then if the glimpse starts going off, he can roll.
Wrapped around here, Kuroki, oh, blinks out, skewers out. They just need a little bit of vision for Kuroki. And Gabby is going to be found with that spear. Here comes the Cataclysm, the Mars ult, everything being used to take out the position 1 Magnus. Gabby dead for 70 seconds. And with that,
Midas, right?
GH, Cursed Crown, BKB has to be forced out from Bach. ILTW really wants to fight Tim's. He has that shard, so every time you attack him, he kind of gets pushed back. But he's going to use his ult in the meantime. Again, trying to be chaotic here, but won't be committing to anything. And top area of his jungle.
Oh, this could be a good skewer.
Yeah, we'll see. Mind Control, and he's thinking that they might be in Roche, but he's already used his Blink Dagger, and there's the RP just on 1.
Oh,
They'll take it.
He doesn't have buyback. That's pretty big.
They don't know this, of course, but this could potentially free up Roche for them.
Yeah, their lineup's not particularly good at killing it, though.
It's very bad, in fact. But Tim's gets the Rolling Thunder up. They want to focus on Kuroki. They're going to get him pretty easily, so 2 kills right off the bat for TNC. And I believe that GH is going to be next. That's a triple kill for Armel, who's come back with a vengeance. Might have a buyback. That's going to be on Kuroki. ILTW has to use that BKB charge.
It's crazy how much better you can be at the game than your brother, right? Like,
here we go again. Yeah, it's the same blood. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, Glimpse back. Can they burst him down? The Static Storm, Kinetic Field combo again. And yes, the Pango is donezo. Tier 1 tower is about to fall as well. ILTW, I believe he popped the cheese there, trying to go ham onto Gabby. Into the Cataclysm. It's going to clip Gabby, but it's not enough for the kill. Spear Vessel applied as well, but now Nigma on the run. I mean, they are completely outnumbered. We see a Mars ult being used to take out Magnus. They'll be successful in doing so. Buyback now on Ursa. This is a huge buyback. If TNC can get out, this is a dead even game in terms of net worth. Force Staff not quite going to get Armel into the high ground. Boomy might be the sacrifice. And again, I think TNC will be very happy with that, but maybe the Viper instead. So, oh, Boomy does get taken out, and yeah, they're going to get at least 2 kills here for Nigma.
Straight to
something, Roche. Yeah, and the Roshan is the reason for this buyback. Want to initiate on him, though. They did that before. Boomy
really
tries
weird.
to get out of the kinetic field, but it's not to be. ILTW just rips him apart.
I think if Gabby was fast there, he could have actually caught Mind Control. He ran under the tower for like 2 seconds before he blinked. There was a blink skewer there. And in the end...
Based on, you know, small sample size, but looking really good. These RP onto Miracle. This should be enough damage with the Split Earth and the Pulse Nova applied. And that is a dead Miracle for 80 seconds. Gabby's in fact going to pop the BKB and skewer away Armel. I mean, he's pretty freaking fast, so I think he's going to be A-okay.
They might not be done here yet. They have the possibility of turning around on the ward they have on the left. If Nigma go off the wrong way...
Tim sees him, blinks to safety now.
They're full on disengaging.
And if your Nigma is, whoa! You barely need any vision to take out that Enchantress. Goodness gracious.
Scotty on Viper.
Yeah, that is, wow. I mean, it gives a lot of stats and the minus HP regen, I guess. Really good as Gabby gets the RP off. Armel with the BKB Split Earth combo, and they take him out 2 minutes. No ILTW. Mind Control puts down his Mars ult, but it's really to no avail. And just the AoE damage from Armel is crazy. Nice. Yule's dodging a lot of miracle spells, but there's the Refresher Shard used in conjunction with that Sunstrike combination. Gabby with a triple kill though, and this is way too much damage for Nigma to deal with. The Cataclysm wasn't enough. It felt like kind of a panic, have to use it while we can, but the fact that they lost the Ursa, they lost the Mars, didn't really have any great setup for it. And Mind Control gets the Marina off, but he doesn't find anybody in the 4-step into the high ground, but looks like GH will be able to have the damage to take out Boomy at the very least, but buys back into the game now. Now no Mars Arena. Tim's doing work with that Rolling Thunder. Actually finds the Ursa in the meantime. He just rolls right into him. This is going to be a huge kill inside that Nether Toxin. Pops his ult. RP onto one. Cataclysm to follow, though. Not going to do that much damage. LTW is pretty healthy for now. Remember, he does not have buyback whatsoever. Terrorize onto a couple of heroes. GH trying to do as much as he can as Mind Control spears somebody into the cliff. And the chase is continuing. Gabby skewers Ursa basically all alone, being bursted down, eats the cheese, which he still had, but it doesn't matter. More than enough damage for TNC, as it looks like they're going to take this series 2-0. And this, again, in the last 3 minutes, this game has gone from down, what, 10K to up 20 for TNC. Unreal.
Yeah, I think the biggest lead Nigma ever had in this game was 5K, and they just lost 25K in the last 3 minutes. That's just that one moment. That sometimes that's all it takes. And Nigma obviously had options there. They could have cut their Earth.